Okay, I've come to the end. I'm on the last one, so I just need to yarn over and pull through. There we go. If you haven't already done so, now you can go ahead and snip your yarn. Make sure you make a nice little long tail. I've already snipped mine and I added my darning needle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm just going to pull this yarn straight through. And I made a super long tail because originally I was going to cut this and just sew it in, but I decided for this tutorial that I would go ahead and do the slip stitch way. So now I have to put, you can thread your needle so we can close up the top of the hat. Okay, there we go. Got a little caught. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to work through these stitches back and forth, all the way around and draw everything together. So you're just going in and out of these stitches. See that? I have to cut this. It's way too long. I was just so excited about bringing this to you as your first project. And for some, this might be the second or third, but you're just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So you're going in and out of these stitches. Just do it all the way around. Can you all see that? So once we get all the way around, we are just going to draw this right up. I'm going to just go in there. There we go. We're almost to the end. See, if I draw it, you can see how it's closing up. You can see where we are. Just take your time. You don't have to go as fast as I am. Just take your time. Even if you have to do 2 at a time, that's fine. Alrighty, let's see our progress here. It's closing up nicely. Alright. We're on the home stretch. Let's go in there. I'll just take it right in there. It's a little loose underneath there, so sometimes you just have to be careful. Oops, I got off camera. There we go. All right, now we're to the end. All right. Now I'm gonna bring it up this way. All right, we want to pull it as tight as we can get it. just like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew this hole shut. So I'm gonna try not to pull the yarn too tight, but just enough to close it up, and then we'll take the remaining yarn and then we're going to go back and forth to secure it, keep it closed. Alrighty. There we go. Just go back and forth, just like so. Some people make little X's. Some people sew straight across. Some people go back and forth. So there are different ways to do your little closure at the top of hats. And you will decide which way you would want to secure it based on whatever pattern you're using. So let's see how this is going. Here we go. Oh, that looks so nice. That looks nice. So I'm going to... Oh, I like it. Now we can go ahead and tie off. Just go through this loop here. I always like to do it a couple of times. And then you can cut the yarn and then weave this in, and then we can work on that pom-pom. I'm excited. If you're not comfortable with doing the pom-pom, there are some pom-poms that you can actually buy. And if you see right here, there's a little rubber band. And you basically could take that and then sew it on like so to the top of the hat. So that's an option. Let me know if you want me to give you more information on where to get these. But let's get started. We are going to take our 4 fingers here, and then we're just going to lay just a little bit of yarn. Can you see that? Just make that tail a little bit longer. We're going to wrap around our hands 100 times. Okay, so we're just going to keep wrapping. Don't do it too tightly because you're going to have to wiggle this out. Okay. See that? Just keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping. Now if you want it thicker, you can do more than 100. I actually took 2 strands of yarn and put it together and wrapped it around my hand 60 times, and it came out, the pom-pom came out really nicely. All right, keep wrapping, and then I'll come back and then show you how to tie it off. Okay, now that I've finished, I'm going to go ahead and snip my yarn, make it a little bit long, and I'm just going to fold this across here. I'm going to slide this out a little bit, and then I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to bring it around, and then I'm going to tie it. You want to tie it just like a little bow. To get this around here. There we go. Just tie it up. Tie it tight, very tightly, because you don't want it to come apart. So see, once you get it tied off tightly like that, Then you're going to go ahead and make a knot. Just like that. I'll do it twice. But it shouldn't come apart. One is good. Then we're going to take our scissors and then we'll just go in between these fans on each side. And then we're going to cut. So you're just going to go in there and cut around. If you miss any, it's okay. You just still go through the loops. Just like so. Make sure you get you a good pair of sharp scissors. Get you a pair of scissors that you only use for crochet. It'll make things so much easier. So we just look around to see if we forgot anything. See, there's one little loop there. This will be your opportunity to get them out. We're going to keep that tail because we need that tail in order to attach it to the hat. That's why you want to make sure it's long. Okay, good. Okay, these are cut. You see that? Just do a little shake. Do a little shake. Just like that. And then this is where you're going to take your scissors and then you can go around and even things out. Make it smaller. And it's going to take a little bit of time when you're first doing it, because you're not really sure what you're looking for, even though you have an idea of how things should go. Then you shake it. I would recommend that you put something down, like some newspaper or something like that, to catch all these, because this yarn gets everywhere. Oh, there's one loop there. So I want to cut it down to where it's even. See how I'm shaking it? You see how that's coming together? And just keep going around. Do a little bit at a time. Don't take too much off at once. Because once you cut it, you can't put it back. Oops. There we go. See, it looks better already. It's coming together very nicely. Just keep going around. Get nice and even. It's almost how I want it. Almost. See these little ones sticking out? These last little ones. Just shake it every once in a while so then it can fall into place and you'll see where you need to cut. Just as simple as that. But like I said, if this is maybe a little bit too difficult for you, or you're under some time constraints and you really need a hat with a pom-pom, you can buy those. Okay. Little scragglies. Now you can take this and ball it up. Just kind of slide it. See that? And then you can see, looks like carpet. You can manicure it very nicely. See that? just do it like so. So you can make it perfect. See that? All right. That looks really, really nice. Okay, I think I almost have it like I want it. Don't you agree? Now, let's see. Shake, shake, shake. It's time to attach the pom-pom. So we're going to take the darning needle and you'll thread both of these. So you have two long tails. Just put it right down the center, like so. See that? Okay. Now, I am going to just take my needle and go under a few stitches. I'm going to pull it through. Oops. Now my needle came out, but that's okay. Now make a knot. See that? Just tie it. Make sure it's nice and secure. Make sure before you tie off that you go through the hat and the pom-pom and go right back down into it like so. It could be a little bit difficult because you remember we actually sewed this part shut really well, so it may be hard to get through it. But just so the pom-pom, you know that the pom-pom is attached very well to the hat. See that? If we hadn't secured it like this, then it would just kind of dangle back and forth and you would see the thread. So then after you do that, then you can just pull this yarn through. Come on. Work with me. And you pull it through and tie off. Tie off here. And then secure it. There. And that's all to it. Okay, so we'll just weave this in. Once more. And then you can cut your yarn. Let's see how this beautiful hat looks. Oh, yes. Like I was saying, you can, you know, just put a little tack right here, a little tack on the other side, and then a tack in the back. But I usually like to adjust my hat, so I don't like to have that restriction, so to speak. But this is how it came out. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Oh, this is pretty. I think this is one of my best pom-poms yet. So I was really excited about doing this with you, and I look forward to doing more tutorials for you. Please like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.